Can start, Swamiji. Most people have joined.
Okay.
Jai Ram Krishna Swamiji.
Jai Ram Krishna. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyama Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Yeah, dear devotees, just we finished in the sense we read or we tried to discuss or we try to understand the Dakshinamurti Stotram, which is the essence of the Prasthanatraya. So before discussing what text can be taken as a prelude or in between gap, we thought we will take this Manisha Panchakam. Because Manisha Panchakam is very small, but it's very small Advaitic text authored by Adi Shankaracharya, but it is quite famous. Many times we keep on thinking, oh, Vedanta says so many things, how to remember? Is there any way to remember them? So these are the few texts which can be taken for the help, taken as a help to remember the things. That's why this Manisha Panchakam is considered as Manana Grantha. Means the text which is meant for reflection. And it is actually 5 verses. The teachings goes only in 5 verses. 5 verses remembering is not difficult. Each verse can be taken and it can be kept on remembering and we keep on contemplating on the meaning of the verses. So this is what Manana Grantha. If you remember, Dakshinamurti Stotra was meant for Shravana Grantha and this is meant for Manana Grantha. So Manana Grantha is what? After hearing, again we have to do reflections. So it is a text for reflection. The Vedanta, the essence of Vedanta given in the capsule form. So Manisha Panchakam. Panchakam means it is a group of 5. A group of 5 can be anything. 5 chocolates, 5 trees, 5 animals, 5 Indians, or 5 human beings. So it can be of any group. So here Manisha Panchakam, here Panchakam contextually refers to the set of 5 verses. So here Panchakam is 5 verses, or group of 5 verses. Okay. And actually, if you see, when we get into the subject, you will understand 2 or 4 shlokas are also extra. Then how it can be Panchakam? Because that the actual Vedantic philosophy, the Vedantic teaching given by Adi Shankaracharya is only in 5 verses. But there is an interesting story and a conversation between Adi Shankaracharya and with a Chandala, an outcast, an untouchable person. So that conversation or that story has been narrated either in 2 or 4 verses. Some they take only 2 verses, some may take 4 verses. Now, and what is about this Manisha? Panchakam we understood. What is this Manisha? And in that 5 verses, actually, the essence why I am telling it, the 4 Mahavakyas, the 4 statements, great statements, which has been culled by Vedas. One is the 4 Veda Mahavakyas, I think you all know that. Satyam Gnanam Manantam Brahma, Pragnanam Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, and Tattvamasi. The essence of, these 4 statements, 4 great statements has been discussed in that 5 verses. That's why we mean it is meant for reflection and the essence of Vedanta has been given in the capsule form. Okay, Manisha means what? Panchakam you understood, 5, a group of 5. Here it is 5 verses.
Aboard, please.
1433 1767.
Help. Welcome. Aboard.
May I request Sunita to please mute? Sunil, can you please mute? And may I request everybody to mute themselves? Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. So Manisha means what? Manisha means actually wisdom. So Manisha Panchakam means it is the 5 verses pertaining to wisdom. So wisdom is a pronoun. It can be used in a different way. So here the wisdom is referring to the self-knowledge, the knowledge pertaining to self, because the knowledge pertaining to physics, knowledge pertaining to chemistry, or trigonometry, algebra, astronomy, anything can be taken. Here the wisdom or the knowledge is pertaining to self, self-knowledge or Atma Gnana. And this word Manisha itself is a very beautiful word. If we know bit Sanskrit and little grammar, it comes Manasaha Ishte iti Manit. Manit means that which rules over the mind is called Manit. Means intellect is the ruler of the mind actually. It's supposed to be. The rationality or the intellectual faculty of mind, the intellect should be the ruler of the mind actually. But in most of the times, in many of our cases, the emotions or the ego, the pseudo ego, or the emotions or the instincts have become the ruler. As a result, controlling the mind is becoming difficult. We know what to do, we know what not to do, but still we are unable to leave what not to do, and we are unable to hold on to what to do. Because our rationality, the power of discrimination or discernment has gone back, intellect has gone back, and the emotions and instinctiveness has come forth. But here Manisha means wisdom, one whose intellect is very clear and one intellect is ruling the mind. Means the right understanding is ruling the personality, ruling the life. So why should we attend Vedanta classes again and again? Because the essence of the Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta is same, and the same thing is being told in every Upanishad, in every Advaitic text. Why we should keep on hearing? Oh, Shantivratananda doesn't have any other thing, so he is conducting classes fine, but why should we attend time and again? Because to get clarity. If we have got that clarity, then definitely from today or from next day, next class, we need not to come. You need not to attend Shantivratananda's class. To get more and more clarity and to soak our mind in the right thoughts, right perceptions, we are supposed to attend the classes. So we are guided by instincts. That is what animal life actually. The human life should be guided by intellect. Then when we are guided by divinity, then we are saints or we are the spiritual people. But in most of the cases, most of the times, we are guided by, our mind is guided by, taken over by instincts, where Manomaya Kosha is very active. By refinement, Vijnanamaya Kosha, the intellect, the intellect faculty should become more and more strong, more and more dominant. Means the intellect faculty means what? Viveka. Because according to the scriptures, all our problems are at the level of emotions, are at the level of mental problems. They can be only conquered by right wisdom or right understanding or right knowledge. Because of the wrong understanding, raga and dvesha, attachment and aversion, then that's where in the Bhagavad Gita, if you analyze why Arjuna was crying, Arjuna was morose, Arjuna Vishada, why that Vishada was there? Because of raga, because of attachment. Because of the raga, what did happen? His mind was deluded by moha, delusion. So his mind was covered by that attachment. Because of that, moha was there. Because of the moha, shoka came as a product. So he was morose. He was in sorrowful state. So same thing is in our life also. Because of the attachment to person, to things, to the world and its objects, because of raga, moha has taken over our mind. And that's why we are in shoka. That doesn't mean that we are crying all the time. We are suffering all the time. No. But most of the time we are suffering, we are struggling. So ignorance and delusion are the problems, are both the problems at the mental level. What can be the solution? The right understanding, right perception, right attitudes can be only the solution that has to be developed by studying the Vedanta at intellectual level. So knowledge is the the solution for our problems. Now, Manit means master of the mind, I told. So that Manisha means that which is connected with the intellect. So basically, it is wisdom or gnana. Okay. So, okay, Manisham means gnana, Panchakam means five. So, five gnanas? No, that should not be our conclusion. If there are only five verses which is describing the knowledge, right knowledge. There are no five types of knowledges. The knowledge is only one. Only we have got five verses which is related to knowledge. Okay. Now, there's a simple story I think most of you might be knowing. The story goes like this. One fine day. And this story comes from where actually? This is from the biography of Adi Shankaracharya, which is called Shankara Digvijaya. The biography of Shankaracharya is known as Shankara Digvijaya. In the Shankara Digvijaya, there are interpolations and there are few versions. Quite a few, major portion is same, but there are some differences or different stories from different Shankara Digvijaya authors. But the original author of Shankara Digvijaya, as I know, is Madhava Vidyaranya. So in that biography of Shankaracharya, which was written after 3 to 5 centuries after Shankaracharya, that is 12th century, say. So according to that, the story goes like this. Once Shankaracharya, at the midday, he was supposed to do Annikam. Morning Sandhya Vandana, afternoon Madhyanikam, and evening it is again Sandhya Vandana again. So 3 times one has to do. So afternoon he finished, he had been to Kashi, and with his disciples he went and he had a dip in the Ganges, and he was coming back to do his Madhyanikam. So suddenly one untouchable person, Chandala, came. Chandala means is an untouchable person, a rather unrefined personality, and who might not have taken bath, who is wearing a very shabby clothes, and he and his wife also there, and with 4 dogs. And basically they are outcast people. They do like executioners, like when the king decides that his head should be guillotined, his head should be chopped off, he does that. Or then they will be working in the cremation grounds, and they are dog eaters, and they drink and they eat dog meat. Basically such type of people are called chandalas. So he and his wife, along with 4 dogs, he may be drunken state also, he was coming. Adi Shankaracharya said, Gacha, Gacha, means just go away, get away from my path, get away from my path. Because you are not, I am not supposed to touch you. I had my holy bath and I am pure, and you, whereas you are not. So just get away, get away. We all know that in Indian cultural context, all these things we might have seen or experienced. Then immediately the untouchable or the Chandala asked, "Oh, you are the greatest ascetic. You are asking me to get away, get away. Whom you are asking to get away? What does it mean? I am this body. Are you asking my body to get away? If so, the body which is made up of Panchabhutas, 5 elements, from the same 5 elements, even your body is also made up of. Whatever the flesh, bone marrow, muscles, filth, whatever is there in my body, similar thing is there in your body also. So then how is it that your body is pure and my body is impure? So are you asking my physical body to get away? If so, that is absurd, because both bodies are made up of same thing and it contains same thing. Then are you asking about the Chaitanyam consciousness which you are all speaking always, all the time? If so, am I different from the consciousness which you are? Because there's only one consciousness. There's only one Atman, only one Brahman. Then if so, then whom are you asking to get away or get away? This was the question posed by Chandala. So Adi Shankaracharya was speechless, he was dumbfounded, and because a common person cannot understand this, he took just a moment or two, 1 or 2 seconds, then he could understand that Lord Shiva himself, Lord Shiva and Parvati have come in that form to teach him or to complete his understanding. That is the story goes. And that lady was the Gauri and the 4 dogs for 4 Vedas. That's what the story goes. But again, there is a lot of debate whether really it happened or not. Afterwards, it was added. All these things, there were a lot of discussions. But anyhow, for to study this Manisha Panchakam as a part of the Manisha Panchakam, we shall assume that the story might have happened. And this Madhava Vidyaranya is a great personality. He is the person who was responsible to inspire Hakka and Bukka to create Vijayanagara kingdom in the southern part of India. And he was the fine afterwards. I mean, his younger brother was Sayanacharya, who wrote commentaries on the Vedas. And this Madhava Vidyaranya is the person who took the sannyas afterwards, and he became the pontiff of Shungeri Sharada Mat. So that Madhava Vidyaranya. Okay. So giving this background, let us go to the shloka. Satyacharyasya gamane kadachit muktidayakam kashi kshetram pratisaha gaurya marge tu shankaram. Once, as Satya Acharya, so Shankaracharya has been referred here, Satya Acharya was walking in the holy land of the Kashi, Varanasi. He met Lord Shankara, the bestower of liberation, along with the path with the Gauri. So this is a common thing, whatever it is referring to the story. Very well you can remember, or very well you can understand. Antyavesha dharam društva gaccha gaccheti chabravit Shankara sopi chandalaha tam punaha praha Shankaram. Seeing a man dressed as an outcast, Shankaracharya said, "Go away, go away." But that outcast, untouchable person, Chandala, replied to Shankaracharya or questioned to Shankaracharya again. So this is the story which already I told. Okay, now this is the question. What was the question was posed by Chandala to Shankara? Annamayad annamayam athava chaitanyameva chaitanyat. Yativara duri kartum vanchasi kim bruhi gaccha gaccheti. Beautiful. It is, if you simple Sanskrit, if you know little Sanskrit, easily you can understand. Annamayat annamayam athava chaitanyam eva chaitanyat. Means from one food sheath to another, or from one conscious to another conscious, O best of ascetics, what is that you wish to keep a distance when you say, go away, please tell me. Now, the first is, Annamayat, Anyamayam, Duri Krutam Vanchasi, Kimbruhi. Can you please tell me, Kimbruhi, please tell me, Vanchasi, what do you wish? What do you desire? Duri Krutam, you want to distance. Annamayat, Annamayam. Annamayat, from the physical body, Annamayam, another physical body. Do you want to, when you say go away, do you want to keep this physical body from your physical body? That is the question. Here the intended meaning is what? That is simple, yes. That's what Shankara also meant it. But here the intended meaning is your body and my body are made up of same material. Your body and my body has got same muscles, same bones, same filth, whatnot, inside same blood. Then how it is that you are, what do you say, you are more powerful, more purified, and I am less purified. How it is possible? Because both the bodies are made up of same material and both the bodies have got same nature. Just like mine also grown, and at some point of time I die and this body gets decayed, and same thing happens to your body also. Because Sharira means Siryamana Swabhavam, that which petrifies, means which is decomposable, which has got a capacity to decompose, decay. That is what Sharira. So my body also will be decomposed when I die, so-called. When you die, your body also decomposes. Then how can you say that get away, get away? This is the first question. So in the first question, the answer cannot be given yes or no. Because your body and my body are made up of same material, same nature, then how can you say that? Thinking that your body is pure and my body is impure, how can you say that get away, get away? So that first option is Annamayat, Annamayam Duri Krutam Vanchasi Kimbruhi. This cannot be answered. Athava, okay, now second option. Second question, Athava, otherwise, or Chaitanyam eva chaitanyat दूरीकृतं वांचसे किं ब्रूहि? Kim bruhi, please tell me. Vanchasi, do you wish? Durikrutam, distancing. Chaitanyam eva chaitanyat means, do you wish to separate your consciousness from my consciousness? You are asking to get away, get away. So are you asking to get away my consciousness from your consciousness? This was the second question. Now, again, the intent meaning is what? According to the Advaita Vedanta, there is only one consciousness. There is only one Atman. There is only one Brahman. So there are not many Brahmans, many Atmans, many consciousness. If so, then how can you say that get away, get away? From the body part, it is not possible, it is useless. And from the consciousness, it is impossible because there is only one consciousness. So, how it is possible? In the simple Sanskrit, if you say, Ashuddha Sharirat, Ashuddha Shariram Gamanam, which is useless, Shuddha Atmanaha, Shuddha Atmanaha Ekam Eva. So, Gamanam is impossible. One is useless, the other is impossible. Then, what is the way out? So, you are such a Yativara. Yativara means what? You are best among the monks. And you are the Advaitic teacher, Advaitic scholar. And being that Advaitic teacher, Advaitic scholar, how can you foolishly behave like this? Or how can you speak foolishly like this? This is what the intended meaning. That's why Chandala is asking, Kim Bruhi, Kim Bruhi, please tell me. Kim Bruhi, please tell me. Yativara Duri Kartum Vanchasya Kim. Oh, you are the best ascetic. You are the best scholar, best monk. So what do you want to distance? Please tell me, please tell me, please tell me. So Shankara was dumbfounded. Shankara was astonished. Oh my dear, what a great person he is. How can a great philosopher, a Brahmagnani is in this form? What is going to happen? So Shankara is just he took aback and is thinking it was a shock. Probably he didn't expect this. As per the story. Now, before giving any reply, he was dumbfounded. Then Chandala himself starts giving a reply. Kim Gangambuni Bimbatembara Manau Chandala Viti Payaha Pure Vantaramasti Kanchana Gati Mrutkumba Yor Vambure Pratyek Vastuni Nistaranga Sahaja Nandava Bodam Budau Viproyam Shapachoyam Ityapi Mahankoya Viveda Brahma. So here, is there any difference in the reflected sun, whether it reflects in the pure waters of the Ganges or in the muddy water on the street of the outcast? Is there any difference in the space within a golden pot or the clay one? In the innermost self, the ocean of natural bliss, the consciousness, which is the great delusion of difference, thinking this is a Brahmana and that a Chandala. This is the overall meaning. Now, the meaning goes like this. Now, when you say that the Atman alone, Atman is only one, or the Brahman consciousness is only one, then there are so many jivas. There are so many individual beings. One is human beings, birds, mammals, reptiles, animals, all these things are there. Or worms, insects, all these things are there. So does Atman exist in all of them? Yes. If only one Atman, then how is it that so many living beings are existing? If one person gets liberated, then everyone should get liberated. If one is in bondage, then everyone should be in bondage. So bandha and mukti both becomes impossible. How can be only one Atman, you can say? This question might come. Then how we will say saint and sinner are less purified, more purified? We keep on using these statements, and which may be true at a transcendental reality also. Then how to understand this? There, the Advaita Vedanta says the Atman or the consciousness is only one, my dear, but the reflecting mediums are many, are innumerable. How to understand? For an example, there are 100 buckets of water. So some buckets of water are pure, some buckets of water has got some dust, some buckets of water has got some filth, whatever it may be. Now, the sun is reflecting in all the 100 buckets of water. So by seeing the reflection, can we decide or can we say there are 100 suns? No, but we are thinking just like a child. Child may think there are 100 suns because under reflections it is seeing. Just like the child might think that there are 100 suns, we also as an ignorant people, we are thinking there are so many beings or so many Atmans, so many consciousnesses. But in reality, there is only one. So only one sun we have got for our solar system, as we all know that. But there are so many reflecting mediums, 100 buckets with water, and that's why there are 100 reflections. Now, say for an example, we have got, say, 3 lakh crore beings, for example. Means 3 lakh crore reflecting mediums are there, but only one consciousness. That's why Advaita Vedanta says the bandha and mukti, the bondage and liberation, it is both for the mind, for the reflecting medium, not for the consciousness. So the purity and impurity is pertaining to the mind, not for the self. The same idea has been given here. Now the sun is reflecting in the Ganges, pure Ganges water. And the same sun is reflecting in the ditch or in the water which was on the road of the outcasted person. In the outcast colony, in the road there is a water, their sun is reflecting. Because the sun is reflecting in that muddy water of that colony where the outcasted people are staying, by that his sun is getting affected. Where the sun is reflecting in the Ganges water, sun is reflecting in the muddy water, his sun is getting affected? No. So similarly, the self which is reflected in me or in you, it will not be unaffected, which is beyond all these things, isn't it? Yes. And also one more example they give, the space or the sky or the space, basically space in the golden part. From the using the gold, a part has been created and there is a space inside it. Then there is a earthen part, mud part or clay part. There is a space inside it. So whether the space is engulfed or covered by the gold material or by the earthen material, is that space is affected? No, actually, space is not affected, isn't it? So similarly, that Atman or the Brahman is only one which is beyond of all these things, which is unaffected, which is existence, consciousness, or awareness and bliss absolute is the real nature, which is unpolluted, unaffected. If so, then why are you making these differences, my dear? So at the most, the difference can be in the reflecting medium at the most, but not in the reality itself. And that is not my statement, that is your statement. You are gone teaching your life, whole of your life, you are gone teaching that. So how can you make this mistake? That was the thing. Then Shankaracharya felt sorry. Then he bent his head and he went to do pranam, touching his feet. And when he went to touch his feet and there were no one, then the Chandala along with the 4 dogs and Chandala's wife all got disappeared. Then by touching that, whatever the ground he touched and he took the blessings, he got up. Then Shankaracharya could understand that Shiva and Parvati, Swayam Shiva and Parvati, they came to teach him a lesson or to complete his understanding. That's where the story ends. Now, here, more or less now you have understood. So the Atman or the consciousness is only one, but there are so many different reflecting mediums. As a result, we have got different human beings. That's where people say, Swamiji, when we die or when a person dies, where does this Atman go? Where does this Atman travel? Atman does not travel anywhere. Then they ask, the second question will be, then Swamiji, do you mean that the Atman is staying back? Or is staying in the dead body also? If you ask me, or if you ask any Advaitin, they say yes. Okay. If the Atman is in the body, in the dead body, even so, then why it is called dead? Because the reflecting medium called Sukshma Sharira has left the physical body or the grass body. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Vasansi jirnani yata vihaya navani grunhati naroparani tatopa sharirani vihaya jirnan anyani sanyati navani dehi. Just like we are wearing this garment, cloth, when it becomes old, we remove this and we wear the new cloth. Or daily we change the clothes. So similarly, the embodied self, Jivatma, when the body becomes old, it shuns like a garment and it assumes the new garment or new body. So the birth and death is what? The reflecting medium called Sukshma Sharira is entering to the new physical body. And that's what we say birth. And when it departs the physical body, that is what the death. The Jnanis, that's why they don't grieve on the death. But in common houses, we cannot speak on the death. The moment we start discussing on the death, immediately our elders ask us to stop. No, don't talk it. It is inauspicious. It is not good. Because we have got attachment to our body and mind. I have a body, but I am thinking, I am behaving as if I am the body. So Advaita Vedantin is asking, the body and mind is only reflecting medium and I am the self, which is indestructible, which is immortal, which is only one, and which is the source of everything and everyone. Okay, so now the body is made up of the same material, whether yours or mine. Oh, my dear ascetic or the monk, from that angle you cannot say get away. And the consciousness is also, there's only one. From that angle also you cannot get away. From you cannot ask me to get away. From which angle you were asking to get away? That was the thing which we saw in the last para. So now he himself is giving answer. So there is only one Atman. There are many reflecting mediums. To make his point clear, he is giving the example of the Surya, the sun, which is reflecting in the water medium. So there is only one sun. So there is only one sun and he is reflecting in so many mediums. Maybe in the pond, in the lake, in the river, in the ocean, or in the drainage water, or in any place basically. Okay. Here he is taking sun. Sun means what here? Sun is what? The Atman. The Atman is compared to sun. And the reflecting mediums, many can be there. So the Chandala has taken two examples. One is the water in the pure Ganges and the water in the muddy water on the road. So why only has taken water? Because if you take, for an example, wall also can be taken. But in the wall, there will be reflection is not seen. As a result, he has taken only water. So now when the sun is reflecting in the pure Ganges and the sun is reflecting in the muddy water on the road, that too in the outcasted colony where the Chandalas are staying, by this is water is getting, sun is getting impure, sun is getting affected. That was the question. And the answer is also hidden there. No, sun gets never tainted. Sun gets never disturbed. Sun gets never affected. And the sun rays can go, it is the sun rays is all pervading in this earth, no doubt, but it is also, unperturbed or unaffected. The same thing. Kim Gangambuni Bimbatembara Manau Chandala Viti Payaha. Okay. So, Kim, what? Gangambuni. Ganga means Ganges, Ambuni means what? Water, it is a river, water medium. Gangambuni means Ganges river. Then Bimbate. Bimbate Ambara Manau. Bimbate Ambara Manau. Ambara Manau means what? Ambaram means what? Sky. Mani means jewel. So Ambaramana means jewel in the sky. Jewel in the sky is what? The sun. So bimbate, reflection. So Kim Ambaramano bimbate Gangambuni in the Ganges, Chandala Viti Payah. A water which is on the Chandala's house road, or the Chandala's colony road, the road which is leading to the colony, or the road which is in the colony of Chandalas, where there is a muddy water on the road. So by this, is there any difference, or is there sun affected by this? This is what the question. So now these things are probably we can take as an thinking for the what you say, for the contemplation. Pure, impure, all these things we keep on thinking, isn't it? But here we can understand how it is so. Gangamuni bimbate ambaramanau chandala viti paya. Okay. Then pureva antaram asti. Or in a city, is there any difference? Okay. Then kanchana gati mrut kumbhayoho. Kanchana gati. Kanchana gati means what? That is the golden part. The part which is made up of the material called gold, golden part. Mrut kumbhayoho. That is earthen part. Va ambare. Is there any difference? The space which is existing in the earthen part as well as golden part? No. Is the space is unaffected because of the gold and because of the clay? No. Or is the quality of the soil, the space has come down because of the gold or because of the earth, earth or clay? No. It is the space is unaffected by any of these things. Space is not affected by anything, isn't it? Then why are you asking, Viprotama? You are the best among the Brahmin. So you have got that I am the superior, I am a Brahmin. From that angle, are you thinking? प्रत्येक वस्तुनि निस्तरंग सहजानंद avabodha ambudau. प्रत्येक वस्तुनि, in the innermost self, in the ocean of calm and innate bliss and pure consciousness, Swapachah ayam iti api mahan gre. Iti api means there is an outcast person who eats, dog meat and all, and you are the great. Is there any difference? Is it not a great delusion of difference? Whatever the difference you are thinking, because of that get away you are telling, is it not a great delusion? Kim ayam vibheda brahmaha. Is it not the great delusion of difference? It is not the great delusion of difference. Please tell me. So when this was asked by the, Chandala, Shankara was speechless, and in fraction of seconds, this Chandala, along with his wife Gauri and the 4 dogs, which represent the 4 Vedas, they all disappeared. So this is the story. Now from this, the 5 verses was immediately composed by Adi Shankaracharya, which is the essence of the Vedantic teaching. Now let us see in the next class. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu. If you got any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Good evening, Maharaj, once again. Thank you very much. Today I understood well. This PD is very nice. Because in the before classes, I will feel like it's going very speed. But today I understood well. And one thing I need to ask is, like you said about the story of Madhava Vidyaranya. I didn't get that. Could you repeat it once again?
This story of Shankaracharya meeting with Chandala, where can we see that? Where is the reference? So the reference is in the Shankara Digvijaya. Shankara Digvijaya is the biography of Adi Shankaracharya. And who is the author of Shankara Digvijaya? The author of Shankara Digvijaya is Madhava Vidyaranya. That is the name of a person, Madhava Vidyaranya. This Madhava Vidyaranya's brother is Sayanacharya, who wrote commentary on the Vedas. Whoever studies Vedas in depth, we all study the Sayanacharya's commentaries. Okay. And this Madhava Vidyaranya or Vidyaranya is the responsible who inspired Hakka and Bukka, who converted both of them. They were Hindus, and again there's a story that they were converted into Islam because for some reasons or whatever they were converted back to Hinduism, and he inspired them to start Hindu kingdom. Whether they were converted or not, there is always controversy or there is a debate, but there is a story in here. So, but he inspired Hakka and Bukka to to establish the Vijayanagara kingdom so that India and Hindu culture, Hinduism can be protected. And that same Madhava Vidyaranya who took sannyasa, and he also was the pontiff of the Shrungeri Mutt. Yeah.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Okay, then I think no more questions, I suppose. Yeah. So next Tuesday, we shall try to meet. Yeah, thank you.